Hello. How are you doing? Can't hear me. Which one, Dan? Oh, you can hear me now? Well, everyone's just saying they can't hear me. Right, can you hear me? Yes? Hello? Nobody's speaking. Anyone? Sarah, thank you. Hello. Somebody answered me. Good. How is everybody? Can't get used to this camera on this screen. Super weird. Anyway, everyone can hear me. That's good. Hi. I was going to say, everything looks really delayed on here. It just looked like nobody was talking to me at all. Just bear with. I'm getting myself up on the screen, look. It just looked like nobody was. Give me a like, guys. Just dragging me screen. Just bear with. I'm getting myself up on the screen. It's alright. I'm wondering if the comments you see are actually more up to date if I'm watching you directly on there. Right, it's so delayed, Nick. Right, I'm going to say something and I want you to type it so I can see how delayed it is. Okay, so I want you to type subscribe. Go. Right, it's so delayed, Nick. Right, I'm going to say something and I want you to type it so I can see how delayed it is. Okay, so I want you to type. No, that is really laggy. Go. Subscribe. Okay, so that is super delayed, like really delayed. No, that is really laggy. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Thank you, everybody. Right, you can stop saying subscribe now. Stop. Really delayed. Okay. Subscribe, guys. I'm just watching myself on my screen and it is super slow compared to what I'm doing on here. Which is really quite annoying. Stop. Anyway, let's just do some talking. Talk away. Ask me some questions. Okay. Subscribe, guys. I'm just watching myself. Hello, Jode. How's it going, me duck? Never starts right, does it, Jode? Do you know what I mean? It's just like when we film the podcast, it just never goes right. Ask me some questions. Oh, get it on the big screen, Jode. You know, share it to the whole gym and get them all to subscribe. Never starts right, does it, Jode? Do you know what I mean? It's just like when we film the podcast, it just never goes right. Okay, so we have 32 watchers, guys, and I feel like I'm literally just talking to myself. Get on the big screen, Jode. You know, share it to the whole gym. I am good, thank you. How are you, Miranda? Two audios. Okay, so we have 32 watchers, guys, and I feel like I'm literally just talking to Definitely not to me. My sound is off, so it's not picking anybody up. I am good, thank you. How are you, Miranda? I know it's March, but this is February's live stream. Because we're days short, remember, because it is, you know, a leap year. Well, February, you only have 28 days anyway, but obviously we had an extra day. But I always do it on the last Friday of the month, unless there's a problem. And last week, it was just too soon, like, through the month. So I wanted to extend it. And I thought, well, doing it this week would be perfect. So, oh my God, an echo. Why are we echoing? Friday of the month, unless there's a problem. Right, can you hear an echo now? Yes? No? Maybe? This is like such an awful stream. I might have to come off and come back on, guys, because there's just no... I'm just sat here. Like, just sat here. Right, okay, so what it was, guys, I was watching myself on the page, and for some reason it's picking it up. So that's why there was an echo. So my apologies, that was me. I didn't realise it was going to pick that up because there's no sound coming out of anywhere. But that's why you couldn't hear me, so that's my fault. I thought I'd close it and try it, and it worked. So you can only hear one of me now. But can we all hear me okay? Or am I just going to restart this live? Because I just feel like it's just worked utter crap, if I'm honest with you. That's annoyed me. Because nobody's saying anything. Right, somebody said yes. And now Amy said it's late at night over here. So I don't know how delayed that is for you guys from typing, but I feel like it's really delayed. Cozy. February was very quick, actually. I felt like it went really fast. And nothing exciting happening, if I'm honest with you. How was your February? Hello, in sunny Florida. Hi, everyone. Good. So how is everybody then? Let me all know in the comments. Comment how you are. Right, so you can see me now. Are we okay? We're not too behind. No idea what happened there, guys. I really just don't know. It just never starts right, ever. It's just, ask Jodie, she'll tell you. It's the same when we podcast. It never starts right. No matter how well prepared and set up we are, there's always something that doesn't work. Thank you, Chrissy. Kayleen, where are you then? Are you Australia? Enjoyed the Valentine's. Good. I'm glad you liked it, Mel. Thank you. I'm tired. God, the week's over. Well, I hope you have a nice weekend. Could be worse, yeah. Hi, Ian. Thank you. Yeah, it's Friday. Going to jump right in. What's your favourite content create? Well, thank you, Nicole. Thank you for just jumping straight in, because I've got something to talk about. So thank you for your comment. To be honest with you, I do like medical role plays, which is obviously my main niche, isn't it? That's what I pretend to do. Not pretend, tend to do. So I do like medicals. I like to concentrate on the face as well. I quite enjoy that. Yeah. Hair, I don't mind, but I find it a bit fiddly. But because it's on, I can have to put a wig on the camera. I have to watch because it can wibble it around if it's not in a certain position. Or like last time, it was loose and I didn't realise until afterwards. And then if I chop my finger off and God knows what else. Yeah. Makeup sometimes it's all right, but I just find it can be long-winded, and I find that like I have to make the sounds at the same time. So I'm doing like eyeshadow in this hand and then I'm making sounds with a brush behind the scenes at the same time. It can be quite fiddly. But medical's my favourite. I do like to do creative things as well, but it's just they don't necessarily do very well. But what I've decided to do this year, I'm going to be sticking to content that I know people enjoy the most, but I'm also going to be bringing in other content that I feel that I fancy doing if it's a bit creative, or if there's things that people really want to see, like maybe like do a check-in. I know it probably won't perform very well, but you know, I might do like a check-in somewhere and things like that. I might start to try and bring things through a little bit. There's still going to be real person videos. I will be doing them. I try to space them out as much as I can. And obviously I'm still doing doll head videos. Somebody said to me the other day, they were like, oh, please bring doll heads back. Like, oh, I've missed them. And I'm like, well, they are coming back. I just haven't done them yet. It's not that I've stopped doing them. It's just I wanted to do other things and it hasn't fit in right. And actually on Sunday, it's actually a doll head video, but I got a new doll head. So it's sort of like here up, and it's like you can change the hair on it and things like that. And it's different things like that. So what I've done is I've actually done a massage. So it's a like upper neck, back, neck and scalp and a bit of a face massage. So that will be on Sunday. So you've got the sounds of that, which is, you know, like it sounds a bit like skin in a way. And then you've got obviously the sounds of the wig and the scalp and then different things like that. So a bit visual and, you know, sound. But there will be other scalp checks on the doll heads and me putting makeup on the doll heads and all that things. All that is still to come. But we have got a full year of content, guys. I just want to try and pump out what I can, as well as making sure that I do pump out my videos that I know people like. You know, and I know the real person aren't for everybody, but my analytics do say otherwise. A lot of people do like that content. So I will be mixing it up, but I've just pointed a comment here. Are you doing aggressive ASMR this year? So yes, the plan is, for those of you that don't know, I did set up a channel, was it nearly 2 years ago now, called Be Hasty ASMR. That is still available and there is still content on there. So you can go and check it out if you wish. And it's just like fast kind of content. Basically, years ago, I dropped the odd fast content on here and some of them did really well. Although a lot of comments like, oh, this is not for me. So it's going to be one of those things that I hadn't got time to do hasty, and I was going through a mental health blip at the time and I didn't have it in me to do all the fast stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like the energy. Whereas now things are different. So, and I don't want to put it on that channel because it's been left dormant for so long. It's just not going to perform. And then I thought having too many channels in one all over the shop is just too much for me. I can't do that. So the plan is to bring some fast content on this channel, but obviously, guys, it's going to be spaced out, you know, so you're not necessarily going to have one every month. There's not necessarily going to be one like every day, every week, whatever. It's not going to be like that. It's just going to be slotted in across the year, because the way I look at my work is over a year progress. So I see in the month, right, what have I done that month and what I haven't done this month? What could I do this month that I know people like? And then I work month by month thinking, right, well, I've done that, say 2 months ago. I haven't done that for a while, so I can do that again. That's how I try to do it, because I feel it's important to do content that I know is going to work for people. I need the views. It's my job. And you know, then the things that I do and that I enjoy as well. So it's a mix of both. But then also, as I said, I want to start bringing in new stuff, a bit of creative stuff, doing a bit of fast stuff. You know, I'm not one of these that literally has like cranial nerve, cranial nerve, cranial nerve, or ear cleaning, cranial nerve, ear cleaning, like that. It's just so repetitive and just too much for me. So I'm just mixing it up. Doll head, on camera, real person, bit of fast stuff, bit of my normal medical niche, bit of everything else. So yeah, I hope you like what I'm planning to do. I'm just trying to offer as much as possible on there because there won't be any further content on Be Hasty. If I had my way, I'd probably close the channel, but I don't want to because some people still like it and still watch that channel, so it's a bit stupid for me to like just get rid of it, so it's just there. So I hope that's all right. And obviously I've got a new lifestyle channel called Life with Nick. If you aren't yet subscribed, please head over to Life with Nick and give me a follow, please. I really would appreciate it. And that would be really good if you could do that, guys, because I used to have a lifestyle channel called Be Brave Be You Lifestyle, and you know, I was posting here and there, but obviously that was my original YouTube channel that I actually had before even starting YouTube. So obviously it kind of goes dormant, if you know what I mean. And then, you know, they weren't getting mega views, and then the less I posted, the worse it was getting. It was just pointless. So I thought, you know what, I'm starting afresh, and I wanted something that was more me. And at first I thought Be Brave Be You, and it was clashing too much. It was just not showing up. Change it to Life with Nick, and now it shows. So, and it's more me, isn't it? Everything about life, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, home, motherhood, health, everything like that's on that channel. So please check it out. I'm trying to grow it and I'm trying to get it monetized, guys. I need 2,000 watch hours to go before I can start earning on that channel, and I really would appreciate it if you would watch my content and, you know, try and get it, push it out a little bit, because I'm trying to get it, you know, I need to earn money on it, really. I'm sure you can understand and respect that. And I love putting stuff on there. I've got so many things like planned for that channel. I so can't wait. I've got so many little things that I want to put on there, so I hope you like it. And I'm committed myself this time. So last year I committed myself at the beginning of the year to do a live stream every single month, and I've done that. Now I'm committed to do my new channel and do as much content on there as possible, as well as obviously keeping up with my people, you know, my ASMR stuff. So I hope you like all that anyway, guys. I'm just on a waffle on. I'm just waffling on. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I just hope you like the plans that I've got to come. So yeah, there will be fast content. There will be more ASMR content and lots of different types. And there will be a lot more stuff on my new channel. So please subscribe. Okay, we got that out of the way. Good. Carmen, I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you are. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Oh no, Mel. I hope you feel better soon. I don't have a medical background, but thank you so much. Thank you, Jay. Is your ASMR work easy to combine with your private life? Well, I'd say so, yeah. I mean, it fits in with my life. Do you know what I mean? It works around me teaching the kids. It works around me being a mom, a wife, everything. It just fits in. So yeah, and having obviously my own studio and things, it just makes life so much easier now. Thank you, Kaylin. What do you like to do in your spare time? I like to watch movies, TV series, if there's anything on. I like to go to the salon, I like to go to the spa. I like to just randomly scroll through social media, just play games. I've been playing some things with my daughter today. So yeah. Thank you, Sarah. I don't know what my fast thing's going to be like, because obviously I haven't done it for a while, and I know some of the fast stuff I did was like supersonic fast, and I just like couldn't breathe with it. But I know there's different types of fast, isn't there? It's like you can do different levels of it, really. So I don't really know yet. So I don't know what it's going to be like, but hopefully it'll be all right. Amy, no, I am British. You should try and hear me attempt to talk American. I've done that several times in a couple of my videos and I sound absolutely ridiculous. Hi, Anna. So my tattoos, I will briefly mention them in this video, but I will be doing a video for Life with Nick about my tattoos. But I think I've got about 13. They all kind of mean something. Like autism. My daughter was diagnosed with autism, hence that. I want my initial put on it though, because I got diagnosed with autism a few years ago. This one, I just can't do this camera business. That anyway is because mental health journey's not over, and Blossoms just because I thought it looked better. That, don't be afraid to be yourself, because that's just, we shouldn't be. This one, you can do anything you set to mind to, is just, it was a quote from Eminem. Lose yourself, that means a lot. Yeah. I got one on the back saying set me free with lots of birds. That means set me free from mental health issues. Got one on my stomach, which was my first one, which was a Chinese symbol, which means love, because I was hoping it was going to give me some good luck in love. I've got the mental health bow on my foot, which is made into a butterfly. My ankles and that got my kids' names and like a butterfly and stuff. This one was literally like an ornament that I really liked. Got a secret, can you keep it, is PLL, Pretty Little Liars tattoo, because I was obsessed with that during a time where I really needed it and it just meant a lot, so I put that there. Then this one was a dream catcher that I really liked because I've always had nightmares. I've got complex PTSD and I have a lot of bad nightmares, and there was always a thing when I was growing up about dream catchers that would stop bad dreams, so I had that on me hoping it would work. It doesn't work, I still have nightmares, but you know. And then on my leg I also have a Beauty and the Beast rose, but the one that did it messed up, so it looked a bit crap, so we had to change it into something else. Do I like them still? Don't know. Would I have them again? I don't know. Probably not. But you know. Okay. That's good. But I will do a video and probably talk a little bit more behind the meanings and things like that. That will be on with Life with Nick. I wouldn't do a video with me having my hair cut now. Can you tell us when Andrew watching on your decision to YouTube that you know? No, we don't get notified of who is watching your channel. We don't get notified that at all. As in, say a video goes live tonight, it might show that I've had 100 views, but I don't know who them 100 views are off. We don't get told that. Thanks, QC. Oh, Cocodamol. What games do you like? I don't know really. I'm one of these that I like some things on my mobile phone. I go through different ones. Usually as well, if I've had a sponsorship for a game, I end up getting hooked on it and playing it myself even more. So like, I'll play it and I'm like, yeah, I like this. And like sometimes with a sponsorship, they'll say, right, you only need to get to level such and such. No, there's me. I get carried away, get obsessed with it, start enjoying it and then playing lots and lots. And that was the same what happened with me when I used to play a game called Raid. I only actually got into it because I had a sponsorship and I had like consecutive sponsorships, and I played it myself then. And there's other games that I play on my phone, and Jodie's one of them, the little bugger. I tell you now, her on here, if she's still here. Are you still listening, Jode? She got me hooked on this bloody game and then she doesn't bloody come on it anymore. Can you believe it? She invites me, she goes, I needed some coins. I was like, all right then. So I played and I thought, oh yeah, I quite like this. Quite like it, you know. I'm on supersonic levels past her. Like, I've gone way past. I was really enjoying myself and everything, and then sending like the coins and everything like that. And she just hadn't been on because I weren't attacking her village. And she's just not there anymore. And she just doesn't use it. She got me hooked on it and she's buggered off. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it, Jode. If she's not listening now, I've just waffled my head off for no reason. But yeah, that's another one. It's called like Coin Master or something like that. And I used to like Heyday, different farm games and different like June's Journey and all the games. What's that one I've got on my phone? It was another sponsorship that I did actually ages ago. Toon Blast. If you look at me Toon Blast, right. Crazy. This was a sponsorship, right? I had to get something like level 50 or something. Oh, I'm at 11. I'm at 336 because I play it. Yeah, stuff like that. And then there's things like The Walking Dead and the Xbox, Monkey Island, because I used to play that when I was a kid. And a lot of new ones, Sea of Thieves, just different things like that. Like, I don't particularly like playing like mega hardcore, but I like sort of like playing like with everyone else if they're sort of around and like, you know, I like adventure type, horror-y type games. They're quite good. Oh, Jode is buggered off. That's no use, is it, Jode? I was just talking to you. I was just talking to you on my stream and you're not here. You've gone. Send her a WhatsApp. What region of the UK are you from? And have you seen the British show The Fall? Okay, so I'm from the Midlands. I've never heard of The Fall. What is it? Oh, is it your second one, is it? No, I don't read, if I'm honest with you. I'm not a great reader. I have read on and off, you know, when I go through my mind of like, yeah, I'll be really good. Let's do some reading. You know, I think I'm doing really well, and then it doesn't last. I'm not one of that. I'll just rather watch. Thank you for subscribing, guys, to the other channel. Thank you. Because if I having my hair cut, that would mean I'd have to be in a salon, and then I don't think the salon would allow me to set up my camera and everything to have my hair cut. Just because I wouldn't let anybody random person cut my hair because my hair's in crap enough condition as it is. You know, I film little snippets here and there, but I wouldn't say to the salon, "Oh, can I set my camera up while you cut my hair?" It just wouldn't work. Plus, it's too noisy and stuff. It's just plus I like my privacy in places like that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Sorties. Hi, is it MD Nazrul? I think. Hello, how are you? Oh, you've had that's good. How's it going anyway? Is everything all right? How was your time in? Because I remember you were going in. Was it for a week or something like that? How are you getting on, Cozy? Are you all right? Thank you, Tyrese. I appreciate that. I don't plan on stopping. So bloopers, there are some on Instagram and there are some on TikTok. They are the same. There's the odd one probably on my channel, but I don't really keep them. Before I was having some of them because there was actually things that were funny and that were worth putting it on. But like some of the time, there's no errors or no things to be done, or it's the same repetitive over and over again error, and it's just not funny. I wanted to obviously everything that I keep is natural, so if it's naturally funny or something, like for example my latest blooper, I think I was cleaning the ear and as I went up dunk, like this foam went splatting in my face, like on my hair. It was so unexpected, made me jump, and I thought, oh well, that's funny, so I can put that into a blooper and share that. But it just depends if there's something funny or not. But I'd rather not be any bloopers because it annoys me that I have to keep, you know. But if there is, I will share them on TikTok and Instagram. What's The Fall about? Until Dawn. Crime thriller. I don't know. Thank you, Moonchild. I've only got mascara on and eyeliner. Oh, I can hear me drink. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Somebody answer me. I feel like I've talked to myself again. Thank you, Diana. If you could be an animal, what would it be? Oh. Wow, an animal. I don't know. Maybe a cat? I don't know. That's a hard one. I'd probably like to be so many different animals and have a go at each one of them and see which one I prefer to be. Maybe that might be quite good. Yeah, I was looking at doing what's it called, a tarot one before, but I was just a little bit like, I didn't really know what to do, and because I can't read cards, tarot cards, it'd just be an absolute nightmare. You couldn't hear it. Basically, my can of Coke, I can hear it. It's popping. And before, I remember when I was filming like ages ago now, I had a fresh can of Coke in my room. And I could, on playback, I could hear the crackling. I didn't know what it was. And I found out it was actually my can of Coke. Now I can hear it, but if you're doing that, you can't hear that. Don't know why you can't hear that. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, you've got to feel right though, haven't you, Cozy? Like that's the one of the things, isn't it? You've got to feel comfortable with the person that you are with, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. But then also as well, if you're too comfortable, again, you don't go anywhere. I've been on both sides of the coin there. So any plans for the weekend? Well, normally Saturday is my filming day. But at the moment, over the next few weeks and last week, the motorway is closed. So one of the roads near me can get quite busy, and that means full a lot of lorries. So it's hard for me to cut out and enough edits as there is without having any more. So I'm not filming tomorrow now. Last week I did one and it was the most stressful thing you can imagine, which is like Sunday's video. And then the other one I filmed on Monday, but I started a bit early, so it was a bit itty bitty. So what I've decided to do, I'm filming on Monday this week. So tomorrow I'm actually having a Saturday off, which I can't remember the last time I had a Saturday off, to be honest with you. It's been quite a while. But we've got one of my husband's nans coming round. So what we tend to do, we play some board games, we have a takeaway and chill out. And then because I'm not working now, I get to just relax and, you know, do nothing. I might film a couple of videos for Life with Nick, but, you know, other than that really. And it means that I won't be sleeping half the day on Sunday now either, because I'm not working late. So Sunday I'll get up, probably just chill out around the house, do some bits and bobs, probably with my daughter on games and stuff like that. So I don't really know yet. But yeah, that's it really. Nothing particularly exciting, but you know, at least I can say I'm actually not working until Monday. But just means the next few weeks I've got to juggle what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Which is annoying. It means I'm just gonna have to shift filming to another day. It just means that the other days are busier and not so many breaks, because we start filming the podcast on Wednesday as well, guys. Season 2 of the Midlanders podcast is coming to your very eyes in a few weeks. And if, for those of you that don't know, me and Jodie Marie ASMR have a podcast together, which is called the Midlanders Podcast. You can find that on Spotify, etc. And we also have a dedicated channel now for the podcast, and it is the Midlanders Podcast. So if you search that on here, guys, please give me a follow. The first season is on there now, so first 10 episodes are on there of season 1, and you can watch all of those. And soon season 2 will be on there as well. So we're filming that on Wednesday, and we've not got a particular topic. It's going to be a nice catch-up video. We're going to be chatting to each other what we've been getting up to since we finished the podcast, basically, guys. So that's going to be the first episode of season 2, which is exciting. Other than that, I don't know what else we've got planned yet, guys. But if you're not yet following, please head over to the Midlanders Podcast YouTube channel and give us a subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, right, where are we at now? Yeah, so nothing particularly planned. What's anyone else doing? Is anyone else doing anything exciting? Yes, I am a Capricorn. My birthday was the 12th of Jan. Hi Max, how are you? Doing a video where you are a mother, you created such a safe, calming place. Thank you. I don't know about whether I'd get on with doing one of them. Nicole, yeah, I used to watch ASMR channels. That's how obviously I got into ASMR in the first place. It's so hard sometimes now to kind of keep up, you know. Then when I'm listening or watching, it's like, oh, I like that. Oh, what did they use to make that sound? Or what did they do? And I get too distracted. And then there's another thing where I try not to even look at other channels, if I'm honest with you, because, you know, before people have thrown around, oh, you're copying, oh, you're doing this. So I'd rather just not look, get on with what I'm doing myself. Do you know what I mean? And I know that I've not been aware of anything, you know, and some people tell me the time, oh, have you seen such and such? I don't know. I'm like, who's that? I've never heard of him in my life. Like, oh, you're doing that? Oh, that person did that. And I'm like, well, who's that person? And genuinely, I've never actually heard of him. Somebody said something to me the other day about somebody when I was using my new doll head. There was something such and such does that, and I was like, who the hell's that? I've never heard of him. And they told me to go and look him up. I never did, but you know. But yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, occasionally I might go through some if it comes up and I think, oh, that looks cool. Like Shani, she always does really funky stuff. And sometimes I like just clicking on and having a little look through. You know, I still quite like August ASMR's content. You know, sometimes, you know, I've gone on there and had a bit of a watch and stuff. Sometimes I'll put on some gentle whispering and whatever. But I don't know. It's not very regular, put it that way. I mean, I should make more effort. A lot of the time I do like to go on other people's channels to support them, do you know what I mean? Because a lot of them are my friends now, you know, or acquaintances, do you know what I mean? It's nice to support each other, but I probably don't do it enough, to be fair. Favourite triggers? I do like face touching, quite like gloves. And that's what I like about like August, when she does like real good face exams and stuff like that. I really like that. But she doesn't do many of those anymore, and she does a lot of real person and things on her, and it's just not the same for me, if I'm honest. Moonchild, I appreciate you. It is. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your comment. I'm sorry you're going through a lot of stress. I don't know what one of those is. Is it like a massive essay or something like that? Test or something? I wish you all the best with it anyway. Hi Jamie, how are you? All good here, thank you. Thanks, Max. Yeah, I'm surprised actually, you know. What I quite like about cranial nerve exams, it gives me an opportunity to try new triggers, like new sounds or visual things, do you know what I mean? Whereas if I just did a trigger video on its own, nobody would want to watch it. But if I incorporate all sorts of different triggers in that, it's like I'm doing what I enjoy, as well as making like a normal video for other people that like role plays, if that makes sense. So I quite like that. They just never perform as well as I thought they would, though, which is very weird. Yeah, I would. Is it Woo Sat Shaz? Yes, I would. Would I do it? Yes, I would. Have I visited? No, but I visited like all sorts of different areas back in the day. I used to be like kind of like ghost hunter. That's what everyone used to call me. We'd be going around like all sorts of areas, like graveyards, going around churches, going around different abbeys. Like where I used to live, it's hard for me to describe the place without actually telling you the place. But big area anyway, forest, and I used to look out for a lot of creepy stuff over there. It was really fun. I was like mega craze on like ghosts and stuff, and I've experienced some stuff, I tell you. But if you would like to know anything like that, please head over to Life with Nick and give me a subscribe, and I might do a video. Do you like the marketing there? It's good, wasn't it? But no, you know, that is something genuinely that I could speak about if anybody was interested in me talking about that. And obviously, when I was going through the podcast, there were some things that I spoke about, which I thought I could go into more detail in that in an actual video on Life with Nick. And I thought it was a perfect idea. So if anyone does go through the podcast and I've mentioned anything and you think, oh, I'd like to know more on that, you know, comments in the comments on Midlanders podcast, and I can jot it down then, and then I can actually do a separate video to put on Live with Nick to discuss that. For example, I could talk to you about my times where I used to go kind of ghost hunting, if you like, you know, instead of me just talking about that, say like now, and like doing that in a podcast, there's only so much you can do, and because I'm on there with Jodie and she wasn't involved, it can be a little bit awkward. That's why just touching on it is okay, but I can do a full video on that then and talk about it. So if you would like to hear about stuff like that, let me know in the comments now and I can see what I can do. I hope that helps anyway. What's your favourite brand of drink that... What is your favourite brand of drink that you like to buy? Coke. Coca-Cola. I used to love full fat Coke, but it's too much sugar in it. And I trained myself to like zero. Now I'm not really keen on full fat. I like Sprite. And I also like Fanta Lemon. I do like Yorkshire tea. I love Costa hot chocolate, Cadbury's hot chocolate, Hotel chocolate, hot chocolate, within reason. But yeah, I don't really drink alcohol or anything like that. At like Christmas, I might have a little sip of a glass. You know, I like to pour myself a glass and I'm like, yeah, look at me, I've got my wine, you know, think I'm getting into the spirit. And I end up like having a sip or two. And then I'm like, no, bored of that now. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Did you read what I'd said? What did you say? No, I didn't. Thank you, Cozy. Yeah, I haven't been having it cut as regular, and you know, I'm trying to grow as much as possible, but at the minute I'm just trying to keep it as healthy as possible, because obviously I still want to keep my blonde hair, but it's just trying to maintain the conditioning, which is very difficult really. But you know. Max, I am English, lovely. And you're new to my channel. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm so sorry if you lost, Brooke. Oh. But I'm glad I can actually help you through such a difficult time. And I hope things are, you know, all right with you. But yeah, Anna, it can take forever. What's the video idea? Born and bred in the Midlands. Partner watches Shani. That's just like so random, that video, the ego measuring. I have no idea where it come from. Am I good at art? Yeah. Well, I used to be quite good at art anyway, but I haven't obviously been doing a great deal. I'm very creative, very artistic and stuff like that. My daughter's good too. She's pretty good, pretty amazing for 12. What are your Easter plans? None. Don't have any plans for Easter. We don't really do things like that. I mean, we're not a religious family. You know, we all celebrate like Christmas and things like that. We buy Easter eggs, you know, but we nothing really like that. You know, we don't send Easter cards or presents and things. You know. But Sarah, you love the marketing. You've got to drop it in occasionally, haven't you? I mean, I've took some tips from other creators, you know, not just, I don't mean ASMR artists, I mean like other creators. And at times you've just got to drop it in. It might be annoying, but you got to drop it in. Because if you don't drop anything in, no one's ever going to know, are they? So you need to try and market yourself as much as possible. Jodie's just messaged. Sorry, I was showering. Oh, God. Thank you, Star. Yeah, seriously, like, I'm naturally... Jodie's in the house. Jode. I was talking about you, Jode. I was giving you grief. I was giving you grief and you weren't here. But yeah, I mean, I'm naturally brown, obviously. Oh, thank you, Maximilian. That's Maximilian. I call my dog Maximilian. Mackie. Thank you so much, lovely. Thank you. So blonde is me. I've been blonde for like, I've had so many colours of hair, like ridiculous, so many different colours, but I've always ended up going back to blonde. But I've been blonde the longest time, like in my life, different shades of it, but blonde is me. And when I went back to that, I hated it, if I was honest with you. Just can't stand not being blonde at all. You know what I mean? And I don't care whether my hair looks a bit more trashed with me being blonde. I'd rather that than be brown and feel awful, if I'm honest. But thank you for that. Right, I said to make a video of you having a haircut. Put your phone on the desk, you know, on the mirror, and take a selfie of you having a haircut. Or you can hold the phone and take a picture. I mean, I've took pictures of me being in the salon before when I'm having my hair done. Well, I don't have a lot of art, to be honest with you, because you know, I only really kind of did stuff when I was like school and things. I do have some stuff left, which I could show you that I've got in a folder. I could show that in a video. But other than that, I haven't really got a great deal of stuff. There's been things I've done over the years and I've just got rid of them. Is it base? Is that bassinetta? Bassinetta? I can't pronounce that. Basitana, is it? I can't pronounce your name, I'm so sorry, but hello, and thank you so much for watching. Do you follow politics here in the US? No. No. I can't be doing with politics in the UK, never mind in a different country. To be honest with you, politics is just crap. I've got enough crap going on here with the government here, never mind another country. Jeez. I see bits floating around everywhere and I kind of like, you know. Jodie, you're still watching because I'm going to tell you what I was saying, but if you're here, let me know. Right, hey Nick, I think you missed my comment. Oh, I did, because I can't recall seeing a comment. Are you planning on doing a travel agent video soon? I love your Canada one. No, but I could do. That's one of those that I could be dropping in, as I mentioned, here and there. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't be getting out green screens and that though, guys, purely because I got my lighting and I have got a green screen that folds up, but it's not very wide. It's actually in the loft. And the reason why it's in the loft is I just didn't want it taking up room in my studio. It's just so much work editing, green screen, but I could make it look like a travel agent. Do you know what? I love this colour. I got it in a glossy box, and it always reminds me it tastes like coffee, but it's not. I just like it. Anyway, thank you very much anyway, Lisa and Smith. But yeah, I could do something like that. Any place you would like me to do? Any place, let me know. Okay, awesome. You can always drop me a DM on Instagram or something like that. If you want to tell me, that's fine. If not, I'm glad that you have got some kind of diagnosis, and obviously you definitely don't need to say anything publicly. So I've got to go, Nick. Okay, no problem, Sarah. Thank you so much for checking in, and I really hope you're doing all right, and I hope everything's okay with Daisy. But thank you so much for watching anyway, and hope you have a lovely weekend. See, I can't draw people. No. I just can't at all. That's one thing that I've never been able to do. But like looking at my daughter's pictures, like when she draws like faces and stuff, I just have no idea just how. She's very creative like me. I've never really been academic. I am dyslexic. Obviously, I'm autistic, and obviously I've not really been academic that way. But I used to be so creative, painting, drawing, all sorts of things, you name it, and I just love that so much, and I still love it now. I've always dreamed about having my own art studio where I had all my paints out. Just oh yeah, I just what I used to dream about, and now I've got a studio, but it's not a painting one. So, but yeah. Max, what did I say? I don't know. What did you say? How are your cats doing, Nick? I saw them in one of your videos and they're lovely. I've got 5 cats and they're all very well, thank you very much. Thank you, Jai. Thank you so much for popping on. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Hey, Forrest, how are you? Well, Jode is the artist, I think. I think Jode does a lot of art, if I remember rightly. I think she did it at college or something like that, so I don't really know. Ask Jode. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. I really do. Yes, the cat's doing good. There's 2 here at the moment in the bed on the floor. We've got Jess, the black and white one, which is the oldest. And then the second oldest is Fluffy, which is the Persian. She's sat there on the floor. They're like yin and yang, is it? Yeah. So, yes, I am autistic, yeah. I got diagnosed, what was 2016? Oh, she went to university. Oh, check you out, Jode. Oh, she got a degree in art. Bloody hell. I think you should do me a drawing. Draw one of my animals or something like that, Jode. And what I was saying about you, Jode, because we were talking about what games do I play. And then I said, you got me onto a game called Coin Master or something like that. You know, you got me hooked on it. You said you wanted me to join because you need some coins and I want on it. And then you left me. I said, and now you never come on there. So for months I've been on there on my own, like all the way up here on my own, like, and you're just nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. You just left me on my own. So you got me hooked on this game and you're not even in it yourself. So yeah, that's what I was moaning about. I could teach you science class with cool experiments. Oh, I don't know about that. I think I did a science lab one before. Yeah, sure. That's no problem, Cozy. You could do an art studio ASMR. I ain't got time to... Road. Neither do I. I do it when I'm in bed. See, basically, if I can't sleep, right, I will literally... Thank you for popping on, Max. Thanks for joining my stream, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Yeah, so I haven't got time either, really. But if I'm lying in bed and I can't sleep, or what I was doing, as soon as I was getting into bed, and now I was just doing it while I was in bed going to sleep, if you know what I mean. I'd do it. But now I tend to go on and then do all my bits that I was doing. And then once I've done it all, used all my coins, then I'll go away again. Whereas before I was like, got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. I was getting a bit obsessed, to be honest with you. But I've backed off a bit now. Yeah, your mom keeps moaning at you as well. I ain't gonna ask. Oh, Jode. You're not depressed anymore, which is great. But I'm still not happy that you've got me on this game and I'm on my own. Bye, Jay. Thank you so much. I've caught up with all the comments, I think. Yes, we've caught up. Oh dear, guys. So how are we all? Anyone want to ask me any questions, my loves? Any questions? No, doesn't. Because I don't game that much. I don't properly game at all. Like, I'm talking like on my phone, like Raid, it used to be, Toon Blast, that Coin Master. Do you know what I mean? And then like, I don't sit down playing proper games. Like, bye Nicole, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Yeah, so no, I don't like. I've had nightmares for like years, you know, even without times of having dreams. But my nightmares are like PTSD nightmares. They're not just a little nightmare. They're something else. I have my PTSD ones, and then I can have nightmares that aren't necessarily my PTSD nightmares, but they're not the same at all. Very sadistically weird, messed up dreams. My dreams are something else. They're absolutely terrifying. And they'll be there no matter what. But no, like my husband's a gamer, my kids are a gamer, I'm not. But you know, sometimes maybe like water. Oh God, you won't get me playing any war games or anything like that. I feel a bit peckish. What's my favourite cake? Oh, cake. I love cake. Victoria sponge. I do like the classic jam and cream. Chocolate cake, yeah, but it can be a bit sickly. But I do love cheesecake. Is it Asil? Asil, thank you so much, lovely. Do you like to feed your 5 lovely cats if they're hungry and taking your cup? What? Huh? I'm not going to lie, that is really confusing me. I have no idea what you mean by that. Thank you, Catherine. Actually, I only have black mascara on and white eyeliner on my eyes. That's it. I don't always like it. They say put it on your waterline because it like brightens you up and it makes you look more awake. I just don't really like the look of it so much, but I don't know. Costa muffins. Thank you. Is it Jobeen? Jobeen? Thank you, lovely. What was your first job you worked at? It was a shop. I worked for a shop called Summerfield, which is now the Co-op. Have you ever moved to a new place as an adult? Do you have any tips making friends as an adult in a new place if it feels impossible? When you mean like a new place, what do you mean? Do you just mean like area, like country, or what do you mean? Because obviously I've moved lots of different but in the same areas, but different towns in an area, if that makes sense. And like now I've moved out of my county into another county. To be honest with you, I don't particularly have really any friends outside of like people online, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. I'm not bothered. People just don't understand me. Do you know what I mean? They just don't get it, and I just can't be arsed with it if I'm honest with you. You know, I've got people that I talk to that are classed as friends, and I'm happy with that. I don't need to have 50,000 friends to go out and about. I used to all the time, and I'm glad I'm not in that life anymore. So I wouldn't know about that. Making friends like that, I mean, I'm not really a person like that. I just don't really want to be going out and hanging around with everyone. I'm too much of a home bird, you know, with my kids, my husband, my family, and then my people I chat to online and stuff like that. Bloody hell, there's a blast from the past. Why? What's happened? Blast from the past? Huh? Summerfield. Oh no, right? I remember growing up when I was like, I say I must have been about 16 to 18 maybe. There was where I used to live. There was a shop called Safeway, and it is now a Morrison's, and it has been one of them now for like donkeys, but it used to be a Safeway, and we used to hang out in the car park. But because of all us like used to be hanging out on it, when it swapped hands, they put gates and everything on it, so no one can get on the car park anymore. But yeah, Summerfield. That was my first shop. I think I started at 18. No. Let's go back. You're going to laugh though. My first actual job was in a shop called The Kitchen Shop. I was there for 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks. And we used to sell kitchen stuff. I was in there a week. It was my first job. Absolutely hated it. Hated everything about it. Hated walking around that shop continuously. And then as soon as I stopped, the person was like, keep walking. Keep walking. That's all I can remember them saying to me is keep walking. My feet and just walking around pointlessly for nothing. I quit after 4 weeks. It's just the worst thing. Then I started another job, I think, actually, and that was on like a service station in like Wimpy. I lasted a week. That was it. No, Was it a week? I think I was there for a week, but I must have only did like a couple of shifts. I wasn't even a week, I don't think. I think I got paid for the week. But my first proper job was Summerfield, and I was there at the same time I was at college. So yeah, Summerfield. And yes, you do spell it the way Mel said it. No, fine, fair, Netto. I think I've heard of Netto. We used to have a Safeway in North Yorkshire. Don't remember what we definitely did. Super drugs, that did go, yeah. Yeah, Safeway, I remember that. Was it like a white sign with red writing or something like that? Yeah, I remember that. I used to just hang out in the car park and back in the day, eh? Back in the day. Bloody hell. Memories. Depressing memories. I don't want to think about that. Let's just put that car park shop back in the past where it belongs. Hello, Lily Fox. Lily Fox. Thank you very much, lovely. Thank you for watching, and well, still being here. I really do appreciate it, so thank you so much. I know, right? Wimpy. Jeez. No, you won't get me working in fast food place like that. I don't know how people do it. I just couldn't keep up. Absolutely ridiculous. Can't be doing with it. Oh, 100% retail. I worked at Summerfield for several years, and then I went and worked at WH Smith's. I prefer WH Smith's. I absolutely quite enjoyed that, working with the books. Weirdly, considering I'm not really a reader, I did really well at that. And to be honest with you, I shouldn't have left that job and got into the job of my career, which was beauty therapy, because that woman made my life a living hell at that job. I wish I'd stayed and progressed. They wanted me to go into supervisor and put me through, do all that and go to management. But no, I decided to leave and go to a job that made my life hell. But, you know, lesson learned and all. Oh, Jode. Okay, Jodie. Well, Jode, don't be a stranger. And we'll discuss doing poddy on Wednesday, because I told everybody that's when we're filming again. It's on Wednesday. So thank you for joining anyway, lovely, and I'll speak to you later. You might think it's a silly question, but I get that question asked to me so many times. And my answer is, genuinely, I don't put an accent on. I don't change the way I speak. I'm not lazy. Like, even Jodie says to me she doesn't think I sound any different. People I speak in my family and that say to me I don't sound any different. So I find it really actually odd that people think that. And when I listen to myself, I don't. The only difference is obviously I'm talking quite loud now, quite fast, and I get lazy with my words, so I sound different. But obviously when I'm in my videos, I'm calmer, I'm talking quieter, I'm talking slower, a little bit clearer, not lazy, because I want you to hear what I'm saying. And like, it's a bit like if I answer the phone, if I was at work and stuff like that, I would talk in more of a professional kind of way. I don't put on an accent. Like, to me, putting on an accent would be, hello, how are you? Yes, please come and take a seat. Like, if I was putting on an accent, I would deliberately put on an accent. Do you know what I mean? So, but no, that's probably what it is. But to me, I still sound like me because I talk like that anyway. But my accent's quite weird because, like, where I grew up and then, like, my husband's accent and everything, and then where I've moved since, like, accent, it changes. So sometimes my accent's all over the place. So 1 minute I'll say one word, but then the same word I will say again, but it will sound different. It's just bizarre. Ethel Austin, never heard of that. Was that in the UK? Thanks, Cam. I've only got mascara on. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Woo Shaz. And thank you as well. I know you thank me, but thank you for watching, because that does mean a lot. Who visited any European countries? I went to Normandy, obviously France, at school. Then I went to Holland at school as well. Well, we used to call it Holland, but I said that earlier to my son. I was like, yeah, I went to Holland when I was at school. He went, it's the Netherlands. And I was like, all right, well, we never used to say that. We used to say Holland back then. But yeah, so I went there. I've been to Greece, I've been to Corfu, I've been to Rhodes, and I've been to Kos, and I've been to France again, and that time I went to Disney, and that is it. I haven't visited any country really other than that. No like hardcore kind of like European countries or anything. I would love to visit Switzerland, Norway, Finland, Iceland, yeah, very Scandinavian type countries. And the funny thing is though, I am actually have some Norwegian in me. So I wonder if that's why I like that kind of place. Yeah, that's what I mean. You mumble, don't you? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like me, sometimes I don't even speak correctly. It's like, yeah, like whatever. And it was funny because there's a guy that I listened to on. So if you're from the UK, Claire, hello, how are you? I'm good, thanks. How are you? Um. So what was I saying? Got distracted. Claire's distracted me. I can't remember. I can't remember. Totally gone. Any collabs coming up? No, no, nothing planned at all with anybody. Nowadays, I just kind of keep myself to myself. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's so busy and everyone's dotted around everywhere, and it's just like it's too much. Nobody's really got time, or you know. Accents. That was it. Yeah. So there's a guy, Sam Fenton, his name is, and he's actually from Essex in the UK. So they've got a particular accent anyway. And like he does his slangs, like, and he calls it English language or something like that. And it's basically the accents are very, like, the words he says are not typical like British. It's like a typical Essex person would say. It's how they would say. Like, but Sam Fenton's so funny because some of the things he says is so true. But if you don't get his like accents, you wouldn't find him funny probably. It's only because I understand the accent why I think it's funny. But it is. He gets like you say something like, I'm gonna have to have an example now. It's gonna bug me. Okay, so he calls it Can you see him? Whoa. Okay, this is Sam. He's so funny. So it's like, how have you been? So it says, how you been? Do you know what I mean? But it's a very Essex style kind of language in it. How you been? Or what do you do? What do you do? Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of talk. So yeah. But yeah, I hope that makes sense anyway. Yeah. And sometimes I'm more sensible, other times I'm lazy again. It just depends. Hi Cynthia love, how are you? Oh, thanks Claire. What is the best place that you... I liked Florida and New York, but I like Florida. Yeah, so I did my Ancestry like several years ago, like I did DNA and that, and obviously you have to fill it all in yourself, and it gets so annoying, like, because you have to find everything yourself, then you don't know if it's the right people and all this. It's just easy to get someone to do it for you. Like, I remember when I watched like Ant and Dec and they did their show and they had it all done for them. And I was like, I'd love to do that, but I think that's like a couple of grand if you want it done properly like that. And I just thought, I'm just not that bothered about my past to know. But you know, and that just typically said like basically like Midlands and areas. But when I did the what's that, My Heritage or something like that, I actually did a video of me doing it on my old lifestyle channel. And I was meant to do the results with it, and I never actually did, never read them. But when I looked at that, I had something like 0.2% Norwegian or something in me. I don't know, but I thought, quite like that, you know, quite like that. But I do love that type of them countries. Do you like Stitch? Yes, Lilo and Stitch are okay. I got no necessary opinions. I just think they're cute. When will you have a haircut? Oh God. Just had my hair done at the salon the other day, colour. I'm having a cut next time though. So because I've started to do more like vloggy type videos and stuff like that, I'll probably do little snippets of it anyway. But again, it's privacy, isn't it? It's respecting the hairdressers, because some of them don't want to be plastered all over the internet, and you know, if there's a big massive mirror and they're there, they might not want to be shown or stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I respect them. I'm going into their business, and you know, I've never heard of that. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like different slangs, isn't it, as well? Different areas. Like the amount of accents that are in the UK alone, and then each area, like me, like from being from like mid-staffs alone, there was so many different accents in those areas. Like it's like each town in mid-staff sounds different. It's just it's just bizarre. And that's just like 5 areas, then you've got to check everywhere else. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, traveling's one of those things. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, Mackie, what's wrong? What's wrong, Mackie? What's wrong? Did you want to come in? Did you want to come see you? What's wrong? Oh, come on, Mackie. Come on, Mackie. Oh, did you want a hug? Hey, come on in. Want a hug? Do you want to come on? Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, we'll have a hug then. We'll have hugs. Just put it back. Come on in. Max, come on. What's the meat? You always jump on my lap. Max, 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 come. You don't want to jump up now. You always want to jump up on my lap. Come on then. Good girl. Good boy, I mean. Come on. Yes, come on then. Come on. Did you good boy? Is you good boy? Come on, people want to say hello here. Come on. Max, Max, what are you doing down there? No, no messing with that. This is Maxie. He's 1 next week. It's his birthday. It's his birthday. It's your birthday, isn't it? We've got to get you a birthday cake. a dog birthday cake before anyone moans. This is a proper dog one. From Pets at Home, isn't it? Yes, I know. I should waffle. Oh, I love you. But yeah, travelling anyway. I'm not really a traveller, to be honest with you. And the older I'm getting, the more I don't want to travel, if I'm honest. I just can't be bothered with the faff. It gives me too much anxiety. Do you know what I mean? And with the animals and stuff, I just can't really leave them. Can I? I know I'll get dog sitters in. I mean, cat sitters and these can go to the kennels, but I don't like putting them in the kennels. And Maxie, I don't think he'd like it because he's very needy. He doesn't like being on his own. We have to take him everywhere with us. Don't you? We have to take you everywhere. We have to take you everywhere. Oh, here we go. Look, what did I tell you? Are you eating your tail again? This is what he does. He just spins and bites his tail off for no reason. Don't ya? Is that me? Is that me? Is he me? Is that me? Is it me on there? Can you see me? Yeah, you can see me. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much, Hannah Marie. Tablet Tiger music. I've always said if I like a song, I like it. Always said that since I was like young. I like things like Avril Lavigne, Eminem, Linkin Park, Green Day, all them kind of people. All the rocky, punk rocky type stuff is my like thing. But then I do like some other kind of music nowadays as well. But it's just one of those, if I like it, I like it kind of thing. I started doing ASMR videos. Well, I've always wanted to do something on YouTube, really, and I came across Whispers Red on a TV program called This Morning, and I was fascinated by what she does. So that Max. So then I found I started watching it. I really like enjoyed it. Made me fall asleep. I was watching it for a while, for a few years, I think, and then found other artists. Then one day I just said to my husband over Christmas, because I was trying to do bits on my old channel of doing just like lifestyle type stuff. And I was like, I think I can do ASMR. And then I decided to open my channel on the 1st of January 2019. And here we are today. And it was the best thing I did. And now I'm getting into my lifestyle type of content now. So I'm about being able to do both sides of the coin. Oh, happy birthday, Teddy. We were looking at going to Disney. I'm just a bit, it's so expensive and I'm worried about leaving the dogs for so long because I'll have to go in the kennels. I'm worried about the cats anyway, even though I have a sitter that comes in for the cats. It's so expensive. It's just the flight that's put me off the most. You know, I get so anxious, like, just unbelievable. I have to take, like, certain pills to kind of, like, help me not be anxious and terrified. And then I watch airplane things, disasters, and then it just makes me hate them even more, and it just stresses me out. So I don't know. And we were looking at, like, booking it, and I'm just like, I just don't want to. Do you know what I mean? So I just don't know. I would love to go to Florida again. That's my dream place to go back to. To be honest with you, I'd love to visit all the states. That's one of the things that I really like to do, is visit the states. But just obviously not in that situation at the moment. You know, I don't know. Cynthia, well, I don't know really. I mean, food's just ridiculous, isn't it? Food's going up like you wouldn't believe, constantly. I remember like when we used to pay about 60 quid a week for food and it was gradually going up. And now we could spend like 150 quid a week. Like, and pretty much the same stuff again. It's just bizarre. Fuel, it keeps going up and down. Sometimes it's an okay amount, other times it's back up again. Obviously, it's never going to be brilliant like it used to be because it never goes back to normal, does it? They tell you, oh yeah, in time it's going to drop, and it never drops. That just becomes the new norm, or it drops slightly, and that's the norm. But food is just ridiculous. So yeah, and they're putting all the council tax up, aren't they? Now that's going up by like what 5% or something like that. So yeah, more money being added up onto bills. Ridiculous. Fed up with it, I am. Then we've got our mortgage is obviously going to be fixed term, will be up in like the end of the year. So our mortgage financial advisor will be ringing us probably in a couple of months, trying to get us a deal, fixed deal. But I'm dreading that cost of that going up as well. I'm just like, it stresses me out, especially with like doing this as a job. When like if views are like down or income's down, that's really affects like things. But the point, if it gets like too bad, you know, I'd have to try and look at another line of work, and that's the problem. Why it stresses me out so much, and I'm like, I just need people to see all my videos, and while you know, it's why I'm trying to get Life with Nick monetized as well, because I just need to try and get revenue sources as much as I can, because bills are so expensive, and obviously this is my career, isn't it? And views are important. It's huge, you know, for my and my family's sake. You know, I'm not one of these that bullshit and just like, oh, you know, oh, it's not, but it is about that as well. It is my job. Do you know what I mean? I love what I do and I love helping people. That is paramount. But also, it is my career and it is important that I can look after myself and my kids. And I'm always brutally honest about that, you know. What are you eating, darling? Okay, what have you got? No, you better not be eating anything you shouldn't be doing. What have you got there? Not the cable. No, no. So yeah, it's stressful when I'm thinking, shit, views, do you know what I mean? That's why I want the other channel monetised as well, do you know what I mean? It's important. And then I can keep doing what I enjoy, do you know what I mean? I'm so loving doing the lifestyle type of stuff, you know. I'm enjoying taking you around with me places if I can, you know, doing hauls, doing unboxings, you know, get ready with me, like catch ups and different topics and things. You know, I really like doing all that kind of stuff, and I've got all sorts of different videos planned. But you know, I'm always open to ideas for my Life with Nick as well, guys. If anyone, um, oh Cynthia, thank you. I really do appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. You're gonna get me all emotional now. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You made me all emotional. That's really nice. Thank you. Anyway, you've thrown me off guard there. Yeah, so yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Muse. Are they from Tamworth, are they? Really? I've heard of them, yeah. I can't remember what music they're like. I didn't know they were like local. Well, I say local, I don't live anywhere near Devon. You know, you know what I mean. How many pets do you have? I have a bearded dragon, 5 cats, and 3 dogs. Hi. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you. Is it AHR? Is that? Yeah, what I'll try and do, I'm trying to vlog as much as possible that I can, but a lot of the time I don't do a great deal, so I've not got one of these amazing lifestyles where I'm always out, because for a start off I don't have the money to do that, and secondly I home educate the kids, I'm doing stuff like that, and I still try to keep, I want to keep as much privacy as possible, you know, like with me I've always said, you know, I will share certain things that I'm comfortable with, but you know, I'm not one of these that text you around like the whole street, like with everyone, and see me doing this, that, and the other. 'Cause that's just not me. You know, as you might be aware, I try to show as little as possible as in my house. You know, that's what people always say. Will you do a house tour? Well, no, I don't want to do a house tour because this is my safe space, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's why I would show you little bits at a time. I mean, when I vlogged my studio the other day, I was a bit like, oh, it's a bit much. I felt it was a bit, I shared a bit too much. And afterwards I was like, shouldn't have shared that. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. But that, I suppose, it's fine because it's my workspace. But you know, so I will take you around where I can. And if I do stuff and it's worth me doing it, because sometimes it's not worth doing it. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to see me just move from one space to the other space in the house. But, you know, like for example, on that, like when the weather gets better, I'll be going certain places like with the kids for home education. And obviously I'll be filming and taking stuff anyway for personal use and backup, but I'll also do bits here and there and then make it into a vlog as well, so I will do that. So yeah, I will try and do bits and bobs and do what I can. Thank you, Claire. Oh, thank you, Cynthia, that really means a lot, thank you. And it back at you, really. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, and I know that sounds really cheesy when people say that, but it actually genuinely, it is that, isn't it? If it wasn't for everybody watching, I wouldn't be in such a fortunate position. I'm so grateful for like every single person that's helped me be where I'm at today, and that really, really means a lot. So, you know, um, so thank you so much. Yeah, so I'll try and share as much as I can, guys, you know, and I'm happy. I've got all sorts of different plans coming up, and you know, there's certain topics about things that I want to talk about. And again, I'm only going to share certain stuff like my mental health. I mean, I could talk, there's so much I could say about that, but again, I don't want to say too much because it's too personal, and I don't want to say too personal things. Like every so often, like I'll be a bit raw and I'll be a bit on the line, and I'll say things and be open, and I do that to raise awareness. Like there was a post the other day I posted about my feelings about something that happened 20 years ago, and it was to do with a breakup, and it really hit me. Actually, it hit me that it was 20 years since we broke up, and that night was full of my PTSD nightmares, and it was hard, and I was upset about it because it was just like one of those moments, and I hold so much trauma, and it's so raw to me because of everything that went on. It was such a complicated time, and that I shared a little bit of how I was feeling because I thought there might be some other people actually that are feeling that way, to offer them a little bit of comfort. So certain times, like I would say stuff like that, but it won't be all the time. Whereas some people share too much, and I just won't share too much because I just don't want to. Even though I'll be doing more like life's kind of stuff, I've still got to be respectful. Do you know what I mean? To my family, to me, and privacy and everything like that. I used to want to become a mental health nurse, but it's just flawed, isn't it? And the NHS, I just wouldn't want to work for the NHS if I'm honest with you. I wouldn't, just not interested. The service is just shit, if I'm brutally honest with you. The way things are going at the moment here for the health service is just absolutely shocking. It's absolutely ridiculous. I had a text the other day, something to do with things changing at the doctors, and I'm just like, do I even click on it and read it? Because I'm just going to get so annoyed at it. And I'm wondering if it's this new system that some other place has put in, because somebody was talking about the other day, going, they've put in this new thing in the doctors now. It makes it even hard to get an appointment. I was just thinking, I just don't want to hear it. It's just like at the moment, I dread if I need to have healthcare. It's like when my son hurt his wrist the other month. Just dreading going to A&E and getting the ambulance out and everything. It was just an absolute nightmare. I just don't want to go through all that. It's absolutely terrifying here with the NHS at the moment. It really is scary. You know, we've got people waiting God knows how long. I'm fortunate that we have private healthcare in an outpatient with my husband's work. So we do get like a private doctor. But obviously it's not the same, is it? I can't go to the private doctor, hi, can you listen to my chest? Because I still have to go to my own doctors to do all that. It's just a ball ache. Like, I need to speak to a doctor about my HRT. And I just don't want to go through, because it'd be taking me about 10 months just getting a bleeding appointment. Like, it took me forever just to get my bloods done. Like, it was so unnecessary. In the end, I went into the doctors and went, I want my printout of my results. Okay, where's your ID? There you go, there's my results. Read them myself. Then I rang up my private doctor, went, here we go, this, that and the other. Oh yeah, this needs to be done. Absolute joke. Otherwise, I think it was like 2 months and I still hadn't spoke to anyone about the results. And like, I don't know what it is, but every time I drive past the doctor's surgery, no matter what time of day it is, the car park is dead. No matter what time of day I've been in there, the place is dead. There's no phones, no one's on the phone, nothing, it's dead. And I don't understand it. Like, and they're saying that how much are rushed off the feet. And I was like, well, if that's the case, then why aren't you like heaving of people? And like when I went to A&E with my son, literally, like, the place was dead. There was hardly anyone in there. And then there was a table, apart from the kids section, there's quite a lot of kids section in there. There was just a staff all sat around this square table. Like, and I went into the one room with my son. Literally, they're all sat there around the desk, having a chat, having a laugh. They were not doing anything. There was one person just over there in another bay. And then I had this woman, like, fumbling around, didn't know what she was bloody doing and couldn't do it. And then one of the guys out there was like, do you need some help? Oh, no, I think I'm okay. And obviously, I was so out of my mind and stressed that I didn't really know what to do. But, like, they were just sitting there doing nothing, but everyone's moaning how full they are. But what I do think is bad over here, that people are going to A&E unnecessarily, and it should be for accidents and emergencies only, not just people turning up because they've got a cough, like, half the time. You know, but then the problem is as well, doctors are fobbing people off and making them go to A&E and filling it up. They're just getting lazy and shoving people in A&E, when then people who, like, need to be in there are not in there. You know, the NHS is such a good... It's such a good thing that we have, but it's been ruined, and it's been ruined by a lot of the time the government, like not funding it properly and sending money elsewhere around the world, and not thinking about people in this country, you know. And then you've got staffing that can't be bothered, and then they want more pay, but then they're giving them more pies and they have more cuts. It's one big massive circle, isn't it, around? And it's just, I don't know. More money needs to be comes in it. There needs to be a better setup with A&E. It needs to be a better setup. You know, people coming in, they should be only going in if it's an accident or an emergency. Do you know what I mean? And they should bring back more minor injuries like they used to be. Like where I used to, there was a minor injury. So if you'd like, you know, broke your ankle or something like that, you could go in minor injuries, get an X-ray and get sorted, then be gone. Not having to sit with A&E. Like, do you know what I mean? But I think where we are at the moment is literally just A&E and nothing else. The doctors are really crap round here. I mean, they're meant to be crap anyway. Where I was at before, I just moved, they were pretty good with me. I really wanted to stay there, but they wouldn't let me because I've moved too far over. Absolutely gutted. And like for ages, I even stayed at my old one because they were fantastic with me as well. But this new one I'm at now, I absolutely hate it. Can't get through to them. Useful. I mean, useless. Like I said, I waited months just to speak to someone about my blood test. And in the end, when somebody finally rang me about it, I went, oh yeah, I've already started treatment for it because my private doctor told me. And then so many people going private, but I really think that's part of the plan. That's what they want. But the thing is, if it does go private, it needs to be done in a certain way. Like people in America, like, I just can't. how much it costs people in America, it's just not normal. Such big, you just don't trust them either then, because when money's involved, it's hard to trust. It's like, I watch these like medical shows and I'm like, but how do you know they're telling the truth? They could just be saying that because they want you to say, spend 50 grand on something, whereas realistically you could have just done something else that's say 10 grand, but they'd want more money out of you. So I just feel like I just can't trust them. So I'm watching shows, I'm like, they're lying. I bet there's none of that really. They just want the money. And I do worry if that's what it's like, that system. And if it does go private here, is that what's going to happen here as well? You know what I mean? Oh, my PTSD is a nightmare, Cynthia. It's just, I need therapy because of it. But oh, well, that's good then that you have got the healthcare, because healthcare is extremely important. But I think it's hard as well. Like here, if I went to get my own private health insurance, I wouldn't be able to get covered because I've got too many issues. But because it's under my husband's work, it's okay. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you so much. Thank you for popping on anyway. I appreciate it. And I will at some point do a sound live on TikTok because I need to bump my followers back up again. But I will message you and let you know. But thank you for watching anyway, and hope you have a lovely weekend. I mean, to be honest with you, doctors are on pretty good money, if I'm really honest with you. I mean, I've looked into like their money and everything, and to be honest, nurses I think are a bit crappily paid, especially lower nurses. Some nurses are on about 30 grand though, plus. Doctors and consultants things are actually on pretty good money, and especially if they're owning their own surgery. You know, I do think they've got a lot of, they do have a good income, but there are better, but there are there's other industries. Is it industries the right way to call it? That are paid more and they're not saving lives and doing stuff like that. I mean, like bin men, I think get paid an absolute fortune, and like roofers and like different stuff like that. But then I always think you know what job you're going into with what the pay's like beforehand. You know, it's like postmen, they get paid so much money. I don't understand why they need more money. But then there's nurses that are not getting anywhere near, I think, a postman is anyway. And they're not moaning like them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But, you know, it's not cheap either, is it? NHS, no, I mean, I'm with a dentist. It doesn't remind me, actually, I need to book an appointment. But I'm like half and half, so I'm not quite NHS, but I'm not quite private, but it's still quite expensive. But it's just, my other half had to pay 20 quid for a sentence on a piece. It's absolutely shocking, isn't it? Ridiculous. What's that for? I'll provide the paper for him if you want. Hi, Wendy. All good, thank you. How are you? Oh, don't talk to me about the menopause, Cynthia. They don't want to know. They just don't give a shit. It gets me so mad because I've been having a right performance with my HRT and nobody cares at all. It bores my blood because I was on some tablets and it was, you know, don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty perfect, you know what I mean, considering. And then I had a phone call randomly from my doctors just to say that it's no longer licensed here anymore and I need to come off it. They didn't check my blood pressure, they never asked me about the weight, never did nothing, just said like, these are your new tablets, didn't even know what they were, this is what they put me on. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And wasn't happy about it, but I did. My symptoms just got from okayish to worse. It just kept getting worse. Complained about it, was talking to the private doctor because the NHS ones wasn't bothered. They kept saying, anyway, they wasn't bothered. then they ended up putting me on this other stuff, and that was even worse. Absolute worse. I've just tried and tried. I just can't get on with it, and I've tried all sorts. I mean, I'm taking supplements religiously now, and special supplements that you wouldn't typically have, but are good for the menopause and things. And what I've done, I've gone back on my old one because I've got a huge stash of them, so I've just gone back on them. And I need to speak to my NHS doctor to see if I can get on it. And my private doctor turned around and said to me, well, I can't put you back on that because, and I said, well, it is licensed because I read online, so it's still here. And I was like, yeah, but it's probably because of your weight. Lose the weight and then you can go back on it. And she said, but I can't put that one on it anyway. It'll have to be your main doctor who puts you back on it. I was like, are you joking? Are you just fobbing me off again, considering you're being paid for this call? Like, really did annoy me. So I was like, do you know what then? I went, stuff that. I'm going to start taking this one again. And do you know what? How life has changed so much. It has literally transformed in me in that time I've been back on it. Absolutely amazing. And I'm trying to get them to put me back on it. You know, right, let me just catch up, guys. Yeah, they do need to take the job, and you know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, there are some amazing professionals out there, and over the years, I've been treated by some fantastic consultants, and I've had some fantastic doctors and nurses and paramedics, but there are some pretty shit ones as well. And I think it's just getting worse, you know what I mean? And a lot of the places now are just run by management rather really the medical staff, and it's just ridiculous. And I know they want us to go private. This was said years ago and it's been in the making. And parts of it are already private because you go to a certain place and that says private owned company. And that's what they want. And that's why they're not really helping it, and not because they could really help us if they wanted to, but they just don't want to help us. And they don't want to. They want everyone to be private and pay, which could work well as long as you're still going to get quick appointments. Like now it's private and you get quick appointments, but the private prices are reasonable. It's not like I could get an MRI scan, say 310 quid. Like in America, it's probably going to be like 50 grand or something like that. It worries me that it's going to get pathetic, or then there's going to be people who can't get insurance because of their issues. And then that's where all the problem lies, and it's going to get messy and like America, and that scares me. Yeah, they want you to call them and then you can never get through. Well, I'm shiny, yeah, because I'm bloody hot. It's warm in here with the lights on. And I've got moisturiser on my face, so when the heat's on it, then it kind of goes all, you know. Not many of us want what? I'm really confused. Bye, Lucy. Yeah, you and me both. Yeah, I mean, my mum had breast cancer a few years ago. She got diagnosed, and I was already on the HRT before that. And I actually got told that realistically, because of my age, because I was only 30, that I need to be on some kind of HRT for at least 20 years because I'm at high risk of like osteoporosis and all these other issues. Um, and obviously, I just couldn't deal with it. And because of how I was, even in the chemical menopause that I was in, was really difficult. And I was put on something that sort of mimics HRT. I don't know what it was now. Then as soon as I had my surgery, it hit me like full whack in the face. Surgical menopause is something else, I tell you. Like the chemical menopause I thought was bad, but then the surgical menopause was something else. And apparently it is worse than normal menopause because you just whack straight into it. Now I had everything out, including cervix, when I was 30. So I was on that HRT for a long time. And it was only, a couple of years ago, I think a year ago, they told me to come off it. And I was obviously talking, they knew my mum had breast cancer then because I told them. And I was asking them, like, they wanted them to test me for the gene and everything, and they just wouldn't do anything. And then I said to them, like, you know, could I have like a check, regular checks and stuff? Anyway, no, it wouldn't let me. And then was it October? I don't think it was last year, the year before, I found a lump in my breast. Not really many people know about this. And then I went to, got it checked out and everything, and they thought it was all right. And then I ended up having a biopsy because I was worried, and then it was fine. But they haven't told me to stay off HRT or anything like that. It's just the woman who said to me they'd rather me be on like the cream, the gel, rather than tablets. Less side effects, whatever. It doesn't do a thing. Doesn't touch me at all. It's shit. And then the tablets before that I went on are crap. So I've gone back on these ones because I need to have a life. Oh, thank you. Is it Snig? Snig, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm on supplements. I think I'm on that's the one of the supplements I've got. I've got literally, I'm taking all sorts of supplements. I've done separate videos on supplements. I take like evening primrose, I've got omegas, I've got obviously normal vitamins, I've got black maca, I've got ginseng, God knows where. I've literally got reams of them. And no, the only thing that's made me feel 10 times better is that HRT. And to be honest with you, I don't really want to have worse joints and things than I already have, because I've already got arthritis and stuff like that in my spine and my knees, and I just don't want to be. I'm not even going to risk it. So in Canada then, is yours like the NHS, or what is it for you? I'm going to have to go in a minute, guys. But I just don't know what it's like. I think you've got sort of like the NHS, have you? Is it? Yeah, it was fine. I was just too paranoid. They said I didn't need it, but I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And I went private for all mine. My insurance covered it, and then I was just like, no, I'm not happy. I need to get it done. So they did me the biopsy, and to be honest with you, it didn't feel nice like for ages, and I still feel a bit funny in that area now after the biopsy, and I'm a bit like, was it the biopsy that has made it now like that, and I should have left it? I don't know. Um, I wouldn't know how natural menopause starts, if I'm honest. I've got no experience that whatsoever. Like I said, I had a chemical menopause, then straight into a surgical. And with my mental health, I literally, without any HT, I was like I was a crazed psychopath. Never known anything like it in my life. And because I couldn't go on the typical pill, because that used to make me like a psycho. But then when I had everything removed and I had that, I was literally something out of this world. As soon as I went on that, within a week, I was normal again. Oh, God. I've done ASMR since 2019. So it's similar then. So basically, our NHS is, people say it's free, but it's technically not, because we pay national insurance, which actually covers the NHS. But that's a whole topic in itself, isn't it? I could be talking forever about the health system over it at the moment. You know, the failings of it, even the positives that I've had. And don't get me wrong, I've had some fantastic doctors, some real good consultants over the time that really helped me out in life. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go because it's nearly 9 o'clock now and I need to take my medication. I need to take my pills because we don't want me missing those. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching anyway, guys. I appreciate you spending the couple of hours with me. Thank you so much. Please check out all my other ASMR videos, guys. I have over 700 and something videos for you to check out if you haven't seen any. And also, make sure you check out my social media. I'm on all social media platforms. Please give me a follow. And you can also find my ASMR content on Spotify, Apple and Amazon and things like that, guys. So make sure you check them out on there as well. And also, make sure you check out the Midlanders Podcast YouTube channel, and you can listen to it on Spotify. And finally, please check out Life with Nick, which is my new lifestyle channel. So it'd be lovely to see you all over there. Make sure you subscribe and follow me everywhere, guys. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And let me just check over the last few comments, and then I'm going to go. Yeah, there will be definitely more face exams coming up, don't worry. There was a little bit in Wednesday's video, so there was some in there and there, but there will be some more, so don't worry about that. Well, yeah, obviously I would ask permission anyway beforehand at the hairdressers. Thank you so much, Cynthia. And again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, and I wish you well. Oh, right. Yeah, well, and national insurance is like tax, but it's not tax. So, because we paid 20% tax and national insurance and stuff like that, it's weird how it's worked out, but... Oh, thank you, Jessa. Thank you for watching. Thank you, everybody, as well. I really appreciate your support, your love, and obviously thank you so much for watching my videos. And I'm glad that you do like my content. Like I said, there is so much planned for this year, guys. I've got all sorts of different ASMR videos, from real person, doll head videos to on the camera videos, some fast stuff, some creative stuff, some usual stuff. So just keep a lookout, and don't forget as well, with Life with Nick, I do have all sorts of things planned on that channel, guys, and there's a good few handful of videos on there already. And obviously we are filming season 2 of the podcast on Wednesday, guys, so in a couple of weeks you will have episode 1 of season 2 of the Midlanders podcast. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend and a great month. And I'll next be live on, let me just check, the 29th of March. So I'll see you all, guys, on the 29th of March for another catch-up, and I will schedule it. Make sure you check out Sunday's video, guys. It is a neck, shoulder, scalp and face massage on a doll head. Lots of love, guys.